Welcome along to another Shearer Smokes, and you join me at the backdrop of Torwood Castle, Torwood being just in between Stirling and Falkirk. Now, this is really an interesting structure. It dates back to 1566, and my good friend Mark and I we've just met Gary, who's actually the curator here. He actually lives in the castle. He's managed to secure a part of the building that's as he describes as 98% watertight. He has his own power through a generator, and he's been living here for the past 4 years, and his main objective is to try and restore the castle as much as he can, thus preserving it for generations to come. So if you wish to search out more about that, then if you go on to Facebook, there's a Torwood Castle Facebook page with lots of more information there. But interestingly, this building was the start of when castles were becoming more mansion-like, and this outer wall was actually a fortification, and inside the walls was the actual mansion, complete with courtyard, owned by Sir Alexander Forrester, who owned the surrounding estates, which is really rich in woodland and hunting. And visitors to Stirling Castle back in those days, which is only 6 miles north from here, would come to Torwood and spend the days hunting in the woodlands. As I said, we had a great chat with Gary. He was able to fill us in on quite a lot of interesting stuff about the castle. It's quite close to the Antonine Roman road, which kind of predates Hadrian's wall, and the Romans actually built a well because the stone around here is sandstone, which obviously helps filter the water. And there is a well just in the kind of courtyard of this this building, which is just outside the main wall, and it dates back about 2,000 years. And here's a quick picture of it, just to give you an idea. So yeah, so that's the Roman well, and as I say, if you ever get a chance to visit Scotland, and definitely make a point of coming here. As I say, Gary is very welcoming, and you know, slip him a couple of quid, and he'll very happily give you a guided tour. And it's really interesting inside. Just in the warmer months, he'll open up the doors, and it's an interesting visit, as there's 2 spiral staircases that have been found inside, which is quite unusual for this type of building. But it is definitely something very, very unique. And Torwood itself is an interesting place. I did a video quite a few months ago when I first started filming, and I visited Tappoch Broch, and that's next on our wee trip today. So hopefully you'll join me and tag along as we visit there. So yeah, it's a great interesting spot. Now, what am I smoking on this morning? Well, first of all, I've got my cob, which was sent to me by Steve, Smoking Cardboard. Thank you, Steve. Another great addition to my cob collection, so thank you very much for that. So giving it its first run out this morning. And in the bowl, as it's this morning at the time of filming, just finished work, and I've gone for the C&D Bayou Morning, and this is very nice. Again, it's a kind of first for me. Not had many Perique tobaccos, and so obviously this morning from Morning Bayou from day C&D is a Perique and Virginia blend, described as a ribbon cut, but there's actually quite a lot of odd shapes as well going through it. It's quite an interesting mix. Flavour wise, yes, there is that hit of the Perique coming through. It is quite tangy, slightly peppery, almost as you would find in cigars. That kind of hint of white pepper. Now, when I opened the bag, that was quite an interesting, a kind of tangy, kind of dried fruit kind of smell was coming through, which was nice. And yeah, I think it's a good, as described in the name, it's a good morning smoke, especially on a day like this. Thankfully, there's a bit of blue skies, but there's a definite chill in the air. But yeah, that's tasting very nice and smoking well on the cob. So again, Steve, this will be the first of many little mentions for you as I work through the package you sent me. Yeah, but as the first sample to try, we're off to a flyer. So that's great. So I'm going to finish off here, and Mark and I and Tim and the dog, we're going to head off and discover the Tappoch Broch, and we're going to have a wee catch up there with a wee cigar. So looking forward to that. So join me in the next section, and we'll see you there. Hi everyone, and we finally reached the destination of the Tappoch Broch. It's about a 10-minute walk from Torwood Castle, and as Mark will testify, it's just I mean, I've been here a couple of times now, but even still, it amazes me when you actually stumble, and you do actually stumble upon it, because where it's built, you walk through the forest, the woodland, and all of a sudden it rises, and before you know it, you're actually on top of the actual what's left of the Broch. Now, I did a video way back in, I think, March, and if you take a fancy, then please go and have a look at that one, as I go into a bit more depth about the history of the Broch, and also you get a better view, because back in March it wasn't as overgrown as it is now in November. So yeah, please go and take a look at that, and you'll get a better feel of where we are. The Broch itself dates back to the Iron Age. It was first excavated in 1864, and interestingly, no Roman remains were found, or artefacts, which is surprising, as a few miles north of here is the Roman road. Dates back to the Antonine Wall days, and which tells us then that the Romans actually either decided that this was of no use to them, or they just totally bypassed it as they headed on past Falkirk. A few artefacts have been found, but mainly just bits of pottery. These Brochs were mainly home dwellings for families and their animals, livestock, with a fortified wall. And the walls here are actually 6 metres thick, all locally quarried. And it is a very impressive sight, and it has a very much, as I said in the video I did before, very much Lord of the Rings kind of feel to it, which is quite nice for a smoke. I've had my pipe this morning, so we're on to the cigars. I've got a La Unica 400 from the Dominican, and this one came from New World Cigars, so thanks Pete for that. I've known Pete, or I've been ordering from Pete for quite a while, and it's just amazing how his cigar line has just evolved, and I always look forward to the email coming through of new additions, and each time I've used New World cigars, never been disappointed. So if you like your New World cigars, then definitely go check them out. UK based, and as I say, a great selection of cigars. So cheers Pete, this one's going down really nice. Marky Boy's here, my good buddy, and yep. Also cameraman at times. And Marky Boy's got the Acid Blonde, that's one of his favourites, from Cigars. Always goes down well with Mark. So this is going to be our little lunch stop here. We've got the coffee on the go, and we're going to chill out here with Timmy the dog. And in fact, we just had an interesting meet up on the way into the forest. We've met another black lab, and it turned out they are related. They came from the same breeder, and it was just an amazing. There's about a year and a half difference in age, but they were just like twins. And I'll pop in a picture now just to show you that. So yes, that was Timmy and Hamish meeting up, which was just great to see. So as I said, such a great spot for a smoke and a catch up, and as you'll have seen at the top of the video, it always amazes me when you actually stumble across this place, and that's exactly what you do. You do stumble across it, because even though you know where it is, because of the way it's been built and where it's situated, you actually come up a little rise, and then all of a sudden you're actually on top of the Broch, and it's just an amazing sight. So as I say, we're going to relax here for a while, and if we have time, we're going to go in search of the mysterious blue pool, and hopefully you'll join me on that one. Hi everybody, and we've reached the destination of the mysterious blue pool of Torwood. Now, not much is known about this pool. First discovered, they think, in 1961. The most common theory is that it's actually an open air mine shaft that's since filled with water. But what is not known is the turquoise bluish colour. People think it may be to do with some chemical reaction within the pool. I mean, it's not a deep pool, it's only 12 feet deep and is 20 feet in diameter. Other theories is that it was used as a dyeing pool for fabrics, but again, there's just no recorded history of it. There's a guy who basically set his life ambition on trying to discover the secret of the blue pool, and sadly, by the time he passed away, he still had no answer for it. So it is a bit of a mystery, and it's just an unusual spot. Again, one of those ones that you just kind of stumble across as you walk through the woods here, and quite a fitting spot to end on a mystery on this Shearer Smokes video. So thanks very much for joining me on this little trip out today. Slightly longer video than normal, so for those that have stayed with it, thank you very much. I hope it has been worthwhile. It's been a great catch up with Marky Boy, and we've put the world to rights over a nice cigar, and I've been able to enjoy a nice couple of bowls. So again, thanks to Steve for that. And yeah, we're going to head back now, and I think Marky Boy and myself and Tim the dog have earned ourselves a nice little siesta this afternoon. And on that happy note, I'll say goodbye. Enjoy this weekend. Thanks again for watching, really appreciate it. And until the next episode, my name's Shearer. Enjoy your smokes.